Hello and welcome to making alebrijes with aluminum foil and tape, and we'll be coloring it with acrylic paint. So to get started, I have a picture here of an alebrije I actually bought and brought back from Mexico. This one is a pretty cool looking one, and I wanted to have something to look at while I was making my alebrije. So our alebrije is inspired by a real one. To make it, you're going to be needing some aluminum foil, I have a square there, and some scissors, good scissors, a marker, and this is very important, masking tape. I don't want you to use other types of tape, just masking tape will be the best for this. If you want to do paper-mache, which is the authentic way, there's other videos for that, but this is my version of how to make it with just masking tape. So we're going to move our inspirational alebrije out of the way so we can see them. Put away our scissors, tape. We're going to start with our tinfoil. Ooh, it's noisy. And as you can see, my tinfoil is a 12-inch square, 12 inches. So that's a good size to start with. Go ahead and get that, and then start on the next part. Now that I have my tinfoil, I'm going to fold it in half. And I'm going to use my marker to draw some lines on it so I know where to cut. I already drew my lines on here, so you can use this to get your lines correct, but I'm going to put a line here, a line right here, and another one right here. Notice the top of my tinfoil is the folded part. It's the folded part. Now, you don't have to write all these words on here. That's just so you know what they are. So right here we have the cabeza, the espalda, the back, the pierna, a leg. Right here is the belly, right? Barriga. And over here, the back leg, pierna, and the cola, the tail. I hope I said all those correctly. So when we cut this out, that's what those parts of the tinfoil are going to turn into. So now let's get our scissors, and we're going to cut through both pieces at the same time. And my lines aren't very big. They're just one snip, and that's all you need. Tinfoil tears pretty easily, so you actually want to control and not cut too much. Now I'm going to carefully pull my tinfoil apart. See how it's sticking together a little bit because of how I cut it. Just carefully pull it apart. And now is the fun part. We're going to make our little alebrije. So first I'm going to make its body right there where it says espalda, the back. I'm going to make it kind of round shaped. I'm going to squish my tinfoil around my fingers like that to make the back. And I'm going to make some little spikes here because our alebrije had spikes on his back. I'm going to pinch it together. And next I'll do the tail. The tail's really easy. I'm just going to pinch it together until it gets nice and skinny like a tail. Same with the legs. Pinch it together. Pinch, pinch, pinch. You can squeeze it with your whole hand at first and then pinch it a little more. Now the belly flaps, those are on the sides, and I'm putting them together. Watch this. I'm going to fold them over each other. So there's the belly. And I want to start out with a pretty good sized belly because I can always shrink it down later if I need to. But if it starts off too small, that's bad. Now I'm pinching the legs on the front of my alebrije. Pinching the legs together. Make sure you don't pinch the head before you're ready. And then last, I'm pinching the neck together. The tinfoil for the neck. And I'm making a mouth here. Squeezing it together. So the alebrije made of tinfoil, it starts out pretty big, but it's going to get smaller the more I press it together. Let's take a look at our model here. I want to get my guy a little bit smaller so it'll be closer to the right size. Make sure I pinch those back spikes in here. I get a couple back spikes. I might not make all of them. Yeah, just make a couple. pinch those legs together. This one has pointy legs. Almost snaky type legs. Pinch the toe of the foot. And this part will take you a while, but I think it's some of the most fun you have in the whole project is smooshing the tin foil into the right shape. It's really fun. See how I made the beak-shaped face here? And if it's not the perfect shape right now, that's okay. It doesn't have to look exactly right because we're going to add to it when we add our tape. So we can get the shape right a little bit more later. We're just going to get the basic shape of our creature here. All right, that's looking about right. So now I have my basic shape. Looks like this. And I'm going to start adding tape to it. I'm going to wrap tape around the whole thing. Before I do that, I actually need strips of tape. And I'm going to take my tape roll. I'm just going to pull some strips off so that I have them ready. Because you don't want to cover a little bit and then stop, and then cover a little bit more and then stop. It's helpful if you lay out your tape strips ahead of time. Then you can really go to town on it. So, I'm going to speed it up. Lay out your strips, use them up, then lay out a few more strips and use those up. And I'm trying to cover all the tin foil so that it will look like this. And as you can see, my guy is a little bit bigger than the authentic Alebrije. That's okay. We're just trying to go for the basic idea. Right, next we're going to be adding paint so our guy, our little Alebrije can look colorful. And that is in the next video. So stay tuned for painting your Alebrije with acrylic paint. Have fun constructing it, and I'll see you soon.